Hey, I'm Queen. This is Nuworld Tarot. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the post notification bell. Thumbs up the video when you come in. Thank you. Okay, this is a highly requested video. Very highly requested. And I have a special deck I'm going to use for this reading as well. Good day, folks. Good day. I hope you all rested well. Hey, loves. Hi. Thumbs up the video, please. Hola. Alright, so I pulled out a special deck for this reading, y'all. I got this African American tarot deck. I think I only used it maybe once. But it's some real interesting stuff on this deck. And this is a real interesting topic. So I figured we use this deck. Okay, don't forget to thumbs up the video, please. All right, so just so you guys know, this is a very, very highly requested video. I have had tons of people ask me to do a reading on Lake Lanier. I always stayed away from it because it's just so, I always hear weird stuff about it, but I don't really know a whole lot about it. So I pulled up an article because I wasn't really sure what the hell was going on at Lake Lanier. I just know it's a lot of stuff going on. I didn't know it was this crazy though. So I'm gonna read something for y'all real quick and then we're gonna get into this reading, okay? Okay, so this is a website I got called ATI. I don't know what the hell that stands for though. Whatever. But it says, since Lake Lanier was created in 1956, an estimated 700 victims have unalived in its waters. And some people believe this reservoir is cursed. Since its construction in 1956, there have been an estimated 700 unalivings at Lake Lanier. More than 200 of those have occurred since 1994. That's a lot of people. And that number only continues to rise. These Lake Lanier unalivings have led to speculation that the reservoir may be haunted or cursed. I wanted to read something else that I saw that was interesting. Okay, hold on. Okay. Lake Lanier is a man-made reservoir in Georgia, and the ruins of a town once known as Oscarville sit beneath its surface, still complete with intact streets, businesses, and homes. The audacity of these people. These structures may entrap swimmers and divers, causing them to drown. The underwater ruins only explain some of the unalivings, however. There have also been dozens of freak accidents, boat fires, missing people, and other tragedies at the reservoir, which makes the mystery of Lake Lanier unalivings all the more complicated. Okay, so I'm going to read this and then we're going to go on to the reading. It was created in 1956 when the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers built the Beaufort Dam to make a reservoir that would provide water to Atlanta and the surrounding areas. It was also meant to prevent flooding in the Chattahoochee River. However, while the intention was to help the people who lived in the region, the execution had the opposite effect. Rather than constructing the lake in a large uninhabited area, the government instead forced residents from the town of Oscarville and flooded it. Thank you for the Cash App, Nay. The resulting reservoir was named after the Confederate poet Sidney Lanier, even though Oscarville had once been a bustling black community. In 1912, more than 40 years before Lake Lanier was created, the grape and unaliving of a young woman named May Crow in Oscarville led to the arrest of 3 young black men. One of them, Rob Edwards, was lynched by a violent mob. The other 2, Ernest Knox and Oscar Daniel, were convicted by an all-white jury and hanged in front of a crowd of up to 8,000 spectators. That is crazy. Okay, so I had to read that part for y'all, but yeah, let me make sure I didn't miss nothing important. I mean, the whole article is important, but you know, one more thing. According to the Atlanta History Center, in 1910, the 1910 census recorded 1,098 black residents in Forsyth County. By 1920, there were only 30. Y'all, this is crazy. Okay. But anyways, like I was telling y'all, I got this really, really interesting deck. I only used like maybe once or twice on here like a while ago. But it's the African American Tarot. And you know the reason why I don't use this deck? Because it's just so much strange stuff going on in the cards. I be feeling like it need to be used for a strange ass reading. Okay? And I feel like this is it. Okay? This is the strange ass reading. Do you need me to move, sugar? Hold on, y'all. I think this fuel dude need me to move. Yeah, I think he's finna put the fuel in the pumps. Hold on, let me back my ass up. Girl, you look good. Won't you back that ass up? Big fine woman, won't you back that ass up? I hope you got enough room, sugar. You need me to move some more? Talk to me, Mr. Fuel Man. Oh shit, hold on. He getting too close to you, girl. Hold up, wait a minute. We ain't got time for that. Let me see if he gonna get out and say something to me. He better not. Oh, that's a black dude too. You better get that money. Driving this big old fuel truck. My auntie used to do that. She said she made $5,000 a week. That was back in the day too. I would do fuel truck driving, but girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, I want to work and not really have to actually work. My lazy ass. Whatever. Let me just make sure these all in the upright. Y'all gonna bug out when y'all see how crazy these cards are, but we gonna get into this and see what's going on at Lake Lanier, because I really think it's some creepy shit going on. But I feel like anytime you do a group of people dirty, it's always gonna be some creepy shit behind it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You feel me? All right, look, everything in this reading is alleged. Okay. And let me just do this real quick before I even do this reading, because I feel like I need to. I feel like when I did that reading on the Nottoway plantation, y'all had left in the comment section that y'all heard the ancestors like wailing and crying and shit, and wasn't nobody even around me. So I just want to really quickly, something I don't normally do, but I feel like I need to do it. First of all, let me ask for all of our protection. I always do a protection over me before I come on camera, but I want to make sure everybody here is protected. And I also want to make sure that any negative energy that happens to get through on this reading, when we know Big Mama out here with her swords out, that energy is returned to sender. And if it does happen to get through, then it's transformed in a beautiful energy of light, peace, love, healing, and prosperity for all of us. Okay? And I do want to give a lot of love to the ancestors, because I know so many, you know, one of the things I'm going to say about what I read in that article, there are so many people who are not here anymore over false allegations and people accusing them of things. And a lot of times we get convicted because of the color of our skin. And this is in no way, shape, form, or fashion taking shots at anybody who is not melanated. But we have to be real about the history of this country and the things that we've been through. We've been through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And we still go through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to acknowledge all the ancestors that have been lost for no fucking reason. Okay? Oh, y'all welcome. I heard y'all loud and clear. Shit, okay, they in the building. That's what's up. All right. Prayers go out to Texas. What's going on in Texas? Oh my God, it's always something going on. LA on fire again too, y'all. By the way, y'all not gonna thumbs up the video. Y'all gonna do me like that? Y'all not gonna thumbs up the video? Y'all gonna do me like that? After y'all sat here and begged me to do this doggone reading? Let me see if he want me to move. Oh no, he ain't coming over here. Oh, he look like he beat people up, child. 80 people unalive by flooding in Texas. Oh, I ain't even hear about that. Well, how be darned. Everybody stop. Take a quick minute to thumbs up this video for me and the ancestors, and to get this video in the algorithm, please. Thumbs up this video, y'all. Ooh, this deck feels crazy. The energy coming up off of this deck is crazy. I feel like it's some ancestral energy built into this thing. Okay. All right. Excuse me. First things first. Is Lake Lanier cursed? Ooh, that's too many. No, y'all gotta. No. Is Lake Lanier cursed, Big Mama? Give me information on if Lake Lanier is cursed. Is Lake Lanier cursed? It's still a lot. Ooh, shit. Oh my God. Y'all look at this. What y'all getting from that? Y'all see this going on in this card? Pay attention to everything. Homegirl up here teaching the babies, the Child. Mm-mm. I ain't gonna say curse, but I'm gonna say it's definitely some dark energy lurking around at that joint. Let me see what it's about. It might just be our ancestors pissed off, like always. Ooh, shit. Yeah. That was the Seven of Wands, by the way. This is the Three of Swords, y'all. These, I see, I'm telling you, these cards is meant for something special. These cards are only meant for special readings. Like, seriously, yo. Look at our ancestors. Look at this ancestor here with this sword in his hand. Taking whatever this person got. Oh, my God. Y'all, it is so much. Oh, God. Okay. Let me say this. It was a lot of protection spells being done at this Oscarville place. Like, there was a lot of... Okay. Y'all know I'm from New York, right? New York is a melting pot of everybody, but we have like areas you can go to for everybody. So we got Chinatown, we got the area you can go to where all the Jamaican people are, you can go to the place where all the Africans are, Mexicans got their spot, Puerto Ricans got their spot, the Black Americans got their spot, you know what I'm saying? Like every part of Black got their own little spot in New York. Like everybody got their own town, their own food, their own restaurants, their own neighborhoods, everywhere. This is what I'm getting here. I'm getting like these people was people that had came from like all types of different Black places. Wait, what? Say that one more time. The shift. What y'all talking about? Don't make me look crazy on this live, okay? Don't do it. I heard that. I didn't know if it was true though. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all something I heard. I didn't know it was true. They just confirmed that it is. So during the transatlantic slave trade, we were told about the slave trade, but we were told about it wrong. Okay, if you go and you look at the records and see the people that they actually brought from Africa to America, the numbers don't add up. Even them being able to transport that many people, millions and millions of people, or hundreds of thousands of people, would have been impossible. They wouldn't have been able to feed them. They would have died from sickness and disease. It just was fucking impossible. Okay. But the records show that the most amount of people that ever came on a ship from Africa was 16 people. That's what the records say. I didn't take the fucking records. I wasn't there. Don't argue with me. Don't cuss me the fuck out. I'm telling you what the records say, okay? When you go to the damn Library of Congress, that's what the fucking records say, okay? So keep your funky ass comments to yourself if you don't like the information. Go look it up your damn self. I was taught and told that the transatlantic slave trade actually happened to where they took us from different Black places and moved us around. So for instance, let's say I lived in Jamaica, right? And I spoke whatever the Jamaican language was at that time, because you know we got conquered, so now we speak all types of shit, you know what I'm saying? But let's say I lived in Jamaica and I spoke whatever that language was on that land. Well, they would have came on boats and picked us up and brought us over to Canada, or brought us over to the United States, or brought us over to wherever the fuck, and then they gave us that language and said, no, you don't get to speak your language no more, you speak this fucking language, or whoever it was that was conquering us. That's what I was taught about the slave trade. I ain't never know if it was true or not, but it made more sense than bringing people all the way from fucking Africa, right? So they're telling me that, yes, they're saying the Mississippi River is how they did it. They're showing me the shit. Okay, so these ancestors apparently was them. They was the people that had been swapped around, the shift. Okay, and they were doing protection spells on the land because they were afraid that they were already scared that they were gonna be pushed out of the land, because it already happened. It had already happened. Ain't nobody said you had slaves in Canada, honey. I don't know what you're talking about. But there are indigenous Black people that are from Canada. That's true. Nobody said you had slaves in Canada. Calm down, Sue. Okay, if you're going to be here and you're going to be entertained by the reading, just pay attention and listen, okay? Use your spidey senses and be quiet. Let me finish, okay? No, I did not. I said they swapped us around. I don't even believe the slave trade was an act. I don't even listen, Sue, I didn't. Okay? Because you don't even know what I believe about slavery. I don't believe it was slavery at all. I don't. I believe it was sharecropping. Okay? I did not say it. Okay? What I said was they moved the people around doing this so-called slave trade. I didn't call it a slave trade because I wasn't fucking there. I can't vouch for anything, okay? I'm telling you what I believe it was. I believe the whole slavery story was sharecropping. I believe that people were promised something, okay, for their labor that they did not receive. I don't believe you might believe the slavery narrative. I don't, okay? So calm down, boo, okay? But I believe from what I'm seeing that these people were moved around. These were people who were already snatched away from their land, snatched away from their language, snatched away from their children, their families. And they already had a fear that something like this was going to happen. So they were doing a lot of protection spells, a lot of them. Okay, they were calling on their ancestors like, no, don't let these MFers come and do A, B, C, D, and E. And I'm also seeing a melting pot, like similar to what I told you guys about New York, how we have all different type of black people all over. Okay. Girl, shut up, Sue. Shut the fuck up. Block this stupid bitch. She wasn't alive back then. Block her dumb ass. Block her. Block this Sue bitch before she pisses me off and I cuss her out. Block her. That's the devil. Block her, please. Don't even argue with her, Luana. Y'all block her. Get rid of her. Thank you, Snappy One. Ain't nobody got time for that. Arguing with no ignorant bitch. Go read, ho. I really feel like this is what our ancestors were doing. They were in an attempt to protect themselves. You see him creating this sword here. Okay, this is the Ace of Swords, by the way. By some sort of a truth that they were living in. Damn, he fine. Okay, some sort of a truth that they were living in. Something they really believed and stood on. Okay, they really believed this. This land was heavily protected. It almost gives me Iroquois. Big Mama used to live in a city called Iroquois, and the Iroquois was a very sacred land as well. Like I went to high school at this school that they claimed, I don't know how true it was, they claimed that it was built on top of an Indian burial ground, but we know what the original Indians looked like. Just saying. Okay. But they said that it was built on top of an Indian burial ground, and I believe that my school was haunted. My high school, it used to be all type of weird shit happening at my school. People used to get unalived at my school. People would get stumped out unconscious at my school. My school was bad, like real fucking bad. We had metal detectors in the 90s. Okay, it was really bad. But yeah. So the way that it looks like these people are trying to protect their culture is what it looks like. And they put some sort of a spell here that if anything disrupted that, there would be hell to pay. Okay? There would be fucking hell to pay. So what's going on at Lake Lanier? Yeah. Excuse me. The ancestors that they called on are manifesting themselves. Stay off my property. Stay off my fucking property. Okay? Stay off my property. That's what they saying. Uh-oh. Now I'm really in the way. Damn, all the trucks coming. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me move. Another fucking truck just pulled up. Let me move. I'm in their way. They trying to make their deliveries and shit. Hold on, y'all. It's a reason why this reading is being disrupted like this, too, just so y'all know. Okay? It's the reason. I'm being distracted for something. I don't know what it is, but it's the reason. Sure enough. But let me move out this man way. Because I'm a truck driver too, and I don't like nobody being in my fucking way when I'm trying to do my work. It's the most annoying thing in the world. And I do not want to interrupt these people while they're working and making money at all. So let me just get out the way. And I don't want to park right here either because I don't want to block the people from putting air in their tire. Okay. Okay, we being distracted for a reason, y'all. But I'm going to get this message out. Okay? I'm going to get this message out. But... I remember when I was a little girl, Big Mama, she used to, and I'm only going to tell y'all this one secret about Big Mama. She was indigenous, okay, to the Americas. From what she told me, she said she from here, and her mama was from here, and her mama was from here, and her mama was from here. When I told her that they taught us we was from Africa at school, so fuck you talking about, I'm going to listen to my Big Mama, fuck all that. But Big Mama used to be out in the yard, right, and she would plant sage. And like every weekend, no, I'm not going to say every week. I don't even know how often it was. But I just know because I was so young. I wasn't like real good with time. But I remember she would go out and she would dig the sage up and then she would plant it somewhere else. And I was like, Big Mama, why you do that? And she said it was for protection. And then I asked her, I'm like, well, what, you know, why, like, what do you mean? And she was talking about like our bloodline, and she was telling me like how it was an ancient practice that she learned from her Big Mama, and she taught her how to protect your bloodline from generation to generation. And of course I didn't understand it at the time until I looked it up one day, and I was like, what does it mean when a person keeps digging up sage and planting it in a different spot in their yard, and it literally protects the whole land? So that's the way our ancestors, and that's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting the ancestors was like planting shit and then moving it, planting shit and then moving it, planting shit and then moving it. And that's what kept the land and the grounds and stuff protected. But they couldn't protect their sovereignty, is what I just heard. We couldn't protect our sovereignty. We can protect the land, but we couldn't protect our sovereignty. Okay, can y'all tell me more? Freedom. The thing they feared the most, they couldn't protect. Their freedom. Yeah. They saying we could protect our lives by running or fighting. Yeah. It was more of us than it was them, but they had weapons. Okay. Tell me what you're talking about. Witchcraft. Ooh. Black magic. Got it. Okay. They're saying they the good witches and they was the bad witches. Okay. I got it. Okay, so they're saying people think that their enemies only showed up with weapons like pow-pows. No, they showed up with black magic. They had went and learned some shit. They showed up with spells. Yep. Oh, they learned it from our enemies that looked like us. Oh, these was black people against black people. Oh, he teaching them. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, so listen. Oh, my God. They just showed me something crazy. Okay. So when the conquerors showed up to some of these foreign lands of melanated people, because we all are not the same. Okay, all skin folk ain't kin folk. I know y'all heard that before. Some of them were exchanging things for spells and how to cast them. They were giving them like bottles with like shit in it to make people sick, or to make people hallucinate, or to make people tell everything or unalive, right? This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing all these different bottles of stuff, and they were trading it for like sugar, women, clothing, silk. Fuck. Silk was not silk, I'm sorry. Sugar was cocaine back then. Sugar is more addicting than cocaine. I heard that before. I didn't know how true it was. Yes, it is. This is why children have ADHD, is sugar. Yeah. Okay, so they just told me how to tell y'all how to cure y'all kids. If y'all got young children that have ADHD, get them off sugar. Y'all will see a big difference. Y'all too. If you got ADHD, get off of real sugar. Don't use artificial sugar either. Just no sugar. Sugar is man-made. Oh, sugar cane is fine. No sugar. It's processed. It's man-made. You're supposed to be using the cane. Whatever. When I finish what I tell you when the Bible study will start. If you remind one of my mods when I'm done. Don't let me get off without telling y'all, because I'm probably going to end up doing that like tomorrow. I got to pull my Bible out and like freshen up a little bit. I got to pick a topic. I think I'm going to start with the name of God though. Yeah, these ancestors is pissed, y'all. Yeah, this Lake Lanier shit pisses them off. And I feel like there were like exotic animals here too. They not telling us about. I know buffalo were here, a lot of them, because we got a whole Buffalo, New York, and I know they slaughtered them and moved them the fuck around. I know pigs are not from the U.S. I know that. I don't know where the fuck they from, but I know they ain't from here. I know that they were brought here. They were imported, and a lot of the buffalo were either unalived or moved around like they did to people. Okay, everybody, thumbs up this video for me. No, we are not the same. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. They made that very clear. I mean, we know that though. Shit. Can't we tell? Like when we out in the world and we meet some of these motherfuckers, can't you tell? What else about Lake Lanier we need to know? Yeah, they wanted to fight so bad. They got pushed out of this land. Wow, look at all them people. It wasn't enough people willing to fight. Okay, see homeboy right there ready to go for broke, and then all the people kind of standing there waiting on him to save them. They just kind of docile, brainwashed, voodoo. They was already under a spell. So is that the reason why we didn't fight like that? Because I know some of us fought, but not enough. Yup. Yeah, they were giving things to make us docile. Sugar made us docile. Yeah, it made us sleepy. Somebody put in the chat earlier, alcohol, that too. Yep, it wasn't just alcohol. It was yeah, the food dumbed us down and made us docile. They still doing it. They're still doing it. What else we need to know about Lake Lanier? Ooh, I know I'm gonna be tired after I do this reading, honey. I can tell. I can feel it in my blood. This fell in the reverse. Wow. They erased our culture. They erased us. They erased our names. This came in the reverse. It's the Five of Wands. I think this the one. Yeah, I think. Shit, I don't know. It's a 5 on here. This shit came in the reverse. They erased our legacy. They erased our children. They erased our history. They erased our land. Oh, their houses were still fucking furnished. Some of them houses were still furnished when they flooded this place. It was people too. They flooded this shit. It was still some people under there, y'all. Oh, Lord. Like Hurricane Katrina. Ouch. I don't know if I want to know what y'all mean by that. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me digest that real quick, please. Hold on. Give me a second, ancestors, please. Give me a second. Hurricane Katrina was a very, very difficult thing to watch. So give me a second. Them even bringing that up is traumatic for me. Just give me 1 second, please. Whew, okay, no crying. So you know how like with the Hurricane Katrina thing, it was a mad people that they couldn't find? Remember? It like that. It was like they didn't give a shit if the people hadn't if they said evacuate, kind of like with Hurricane Katrina, they got on the news and they said, look, everybody need to evacuate. And then the people was like, well, where the fuck we going? We ain't leaving. We don't have no cars. We don't have no money. We don't have nowhere to go. And then when everybody drowned, they just was like, oh, well, okay. And then a lot of them people was never found. It was the same thing with this. Like they told them to leave, but if they didn't give a fuck. They just drowned them. They was like, oh, they didn't leave, so whatever. For what? Why did they destroy the land? I read that at the beginning. You got to go back and watch the playback, Taylor. I read the article on it at the beginning. Whew. Child, this is heavy. Give me more. Whew, child. Ooh, yeah, that motherfucker eating people alive. Lake Lanier. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't know who the hell I'm talking to. Stay your ass out that lake. Stay your ass out that lake. It literally eats people alive. The water is alive. The spirits are alive. Dang, they made that clear. Okay. Oh my God, what is this? Girl, listen, stay the hell away from that lake. I don't know what's going on here. This is the Knight of Wands, but stay away from that lake. If you think about going in that lake, let me tell you something. I ain't even trying to be funny. But you know in the Bible how it talk about like it's supposed to be like what's that nigga name? He got a name. It's a big ass water creature that's in the Bible. It's two of them. They call one of them the Loch Ness, and they call the other one Leviathan, I think. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at this animal. Okay, now we talking about Lake Lanier water. Okay, and look at this animal. Tell me that don't look like the Loch Ness and the fucking Leviathan thing, just smaller, like coming up out the fucking water back there. Like, listen, coming up out this water back here. Stay away from that lake. I don't know who in the hell trying to vacation over there, who over there trying to go and, you know, see the sights and all of that. Look, stay away from that water. Yeah, look at all this water, all these emotions. Oh my God. We got the Knight of Cups, but homeboy got horns, girl. Lake Lanier is definitely haunted, but it's haunted with souls. The souls and the energy of the souls is still alive. Yes, a lot of people were unalived in Lake Lanier, but their souls are still alive, crying out for justice. They want justice. My babies. Oh my God, not again. It's the same shit that happened with the Nottoway thing. Oh my God. It was children that was unalive in this. Flood my ass. They were drowned. That's what I just heard. Oh my God. They did what? They did it at night while y'all was asleep. Oh Lord. I can't. This is too much. Why did I agree to this? Why y'all keep messing with me, huh? Keep asking me to do this weird ass shit. Yeah, they want justice. With the Queen of Pentacles, they want fucking justice. That's all they want. They want the people who did them wrong to be, you know, punished for what happened. Oh, she said all the ancestors. All of the blood on their hands. Okay, this lady is saying they have blood on their hands. They have blood on their hands. They have our blood on their hands. We want justice. She got an accent too. We need justice. No justice, no peace. Oh shit! I know what that means. That means the unaliveness is not gonna stop. The unaliveness are not gonna stop. No justice, no peace. Okay, let's just put these back and like go into some of the creepy shit. Like let me just this is a lot. Y'all thumbs up this video for me, please. Hey Kevin, where you been? Out here cheating on me in these YouTube streets. Y'all, Kevin dumped me. He didn't tell me though. He ain't been over here in the reading about 3 months. Kevin done dumped me and cheated on me. That's right, no justice, no peace. Yeah, that's what they on. They ain't forgiving shit. I don't care what y'all get up on the news. I'm like, I forgive them. It's okay. Not the ancestors don't feel like that. They want just no justice, no peace. They gonna keep eating motherfuckers up when they come to that lake. They want justice. So why do y'all be like? Why is it black people that be dying and unaliving and shit? Oh, all kinfolk ain't kinfolk. They said it again. The blood of the wicked. What? They're enemies. Oh, they coming. Okay. Alright. I ain't trying to call nobody nothing. Because I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know how to take no blood test. I don't know how to read the blood test. I can't tell you what the fucking mean after the blood test. But they saying they attacking people that's from the bloodline of their enemies that gave these recipes to the conquerors to conquer them. Yeah, they going after specific bloodlines. So when y'all hear people that be like, I almost unalive in Lake Lanier, but then they make it, they wasn't trying to fuck them up. What was y'all doing with them? But the people that go in there and come out unalive, not unalive, they come out safe. What is that about? The people that they unaliving on purpose. Okay? Them motherfuckers got some bloodline in them that goes against their bloodline. So they getting their enemies back through their children. Prepare slaughter for their children, yeah. Wow. Can you clarify? The people that go in Lake Lanier and have near-death near unaliving experiences. What is that about? Clarify, please. What is that about? The near-death unalivings. What is that about? Wow. Renewal. Spiritual upgrades. I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure. They're being spiritually upgraded. Those people that go down and have those near unaliving experiences, that's for them to, it's a spiritual awakening. So we got the Fool there, and you got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's to share information with them, but on a, telepathic note. Oh, trust me, Kevin, this motherfucker coming down. Okay, I already know what's up. I'm not stupid. I can tell what's happening in this reading. This bitch gonna be up for 24 to 48 hours. I'm taking this shit down and putting it on Patreon. I ain't dumb. I know. I learned my lesson. Yeah, this is specific though. They're looking for specific people. Damn, I don't even know what to ask. So when y'all be blowing up people boats and shit, like what's that about? Like why is there boat fires and shit? What is up with the boat fires? Why are they happening? How is it happening? What's up with the boat fires? For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I read an article at the beginning that talked about that. I hear you. I hear you, ancestors. I hear y'all. Some of this is guilty by association. Okay, let me tell y'all what the fuck they just said. I've been thinking this for years, yo. Big Mama, see, I fucks with you. Okay. So, I watched this show called I Shouldn't Be Alive, right? It'd be like, and this is just hypothetically speaking, but I'm gonna tell you about some of the shit I done seen on there. It'd be like 6 friends go hiking on Mount Everest, right? Or whatever the fuck. I don't think you can hike on Mount Everest, but you know what I'm talking about. They go to climb the mountain. And weird stuff just start happening, right? People start catching what do you call that? The hypothermia, and somebody catch a fever, and somebody be about to unalive and all this stuff, right? And they be out here and they be in the cold and they be shivering, and they be about to unalive, right? And then all of a sudden somebody will unalive, and then they'll get rescued after that one person unalive, or like it be an avalanche and like 1 or 2 people unalive, and then they'll get help. Sometimes hanging around the wrong people can bring you their karma, which is not meant for you. So sometimes some of these incidents are happening because people are mingling with the wrong bloodlines. So if they're on a boat, let's say it's 10 people on a boat, and these ancestors want 3 of the motherfuckers, everybody got to get to smoke. Because you with them. This is what happened in real life too. Some of y'all marry people that got bad karma. Some of y'all marry people that's from the wrong bloodline. Some of y'all marry people that are enemy bloodline. This is the reason why a lot of y'all don't understand how y'all get in certain relationships with men, and y'all be like, why my husband hate me? Why he hate me? Why he hate me? Just saying. Even the Bible tell you to marry within your tribe. Even though all y'all skinfolk, y'all ain't kinfolk. It warns all the 12 tribes of Israel to marry within their own fucking tribe for a reason. For a reason, okay? Some of them is not. Remember, some of those tribes got cursed. Some of those 12 tribes, I think the tribe of Dan got cursed. Some of them motherfuckers got cursed for life. Who was that saw his daddy nakedness? Jacob, son, Ham. Who the fuck saw his daddy nakedness and he cursed his son forever and ever and ever? I don't remember. See, that's why we finna do the Bible studies. That's why we finna do that. But yeah, some of them is guilty by association. Yeah. They saying y'all need to be careful who y'all hanging with. Y'all need to be careful how y'all pick y'all friends. Shanquilla Robinson? Yes. She was with her enemies. They hated her. She was doing everything to help them, but they was her natural. And you know how you get around certain people and you be being all nice to them and you be buying them stuff and you be taking them out and you be helping them pay their bills and helping them get a job and helping them do their makeup and helping them do their hair, and they just don't like you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that. It's like you could be kicking it with your enemies and trying to be friends with your enemies and trying to be cool and help your enemies, but at the end of the day, they still your enemies. Y'all, can y'all please thumb up the video, please? Yeah, I'm not talking about the nationality of the Ham is still from the, even though Ham inherited the African part, supposedly, according to what they say, he was still from the 12 tribes of Israel. Like, at the end of the day, according to the story. I didn't write it. I wasn't there. I'm not vouching for anything. I'm just telling you, according to the story, he was one of the 12 tribes of Israel. So it doesn't matter what part of the land he inhabited. Remember, Africa is a land mass. It's not a nationality. You get what I'm saying? It's not what's in your blood. I can be a Jamaican from America. I can be an American from Jamaica. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could have American blood. I could have Jamaican blood and be Chinese because I'm from China. You get me? So, like, think about it like that. Don't think about the landmass. Think about what's in his blood. He's still one of the children of Israel, Jacob, right? So, yes, he is African, but that's the landmass. Africa is the landmass, not the people, okay? These ancestors is on patrol, child. They not playing about protecting this motherfucking place. They is not playing. Y'all see them up there with their guns and shit? They not playing about protecting this place. They pissed off. My God, this is deep. Excuse me. I knew this deck. I knew it was something about this deck. It was something that made me put this deck. When I read from it the first time, it confused me. I was like, wait, I don't know if I'm ready for this deck yet. But now I see why. I see why they made me put this back. Phew. He said, not all Africans are not Ham. There are a lot that are of the 12 tribes. Ham is of the 12 tribes. Ham is one of the 12 tribes. His ass got in trouble. Shit, Ham ass got in trouble. Look, the Bible is full of motherfuckers cursing. Look, child, wait till we do these Bible studies over here on Patreon. Y'all gonna be like, girl, that book is full of a bunch of fucking nonsense. People fighting and cursing motherfuckers. And murking and raping people and shit. That book is a mess, child. I don't know how people read that book and don't see all that stuff going on. They just ignore everything going on and be like, God said. I'd be like, y'all special. Y'all special as shit. It's warning you of so many things. It's warning you who not to sit down at the table and eat with, who not to be friend, who not to sleep with, who not to marry, why you shouldn't be getting drunk. Like that book is, it's a big ass book full of warnings. Literally, that's what it is. The Bible is a big ass book full of warnings. People are like, oh, it's a book, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Yeah, instructions. Well, y'all motherfuckers don't follow them shit. Don't follow. Thumbs up this video, please, y'all. Whew. Yeah. Let's get 10 more likes real quick before we move on while I think of a question. Let's get 10 more likes, please. Y'all, my God. This shit is heavy. Heavy, heavy. You got so heavy, baby. Okay, let me see. We read about Oscarville. Let's see the people that, let me see. Let me pull this article up one more time real quick. Let me see about these 3 dudes that got lynched. I want to know if they did it. I'm going to try to see if I can find their name real quick. Because I think it's more powerful when you say the name, man. Lady of the Lake. What? The Lady of the Lake. Lake Lanier. Deadliest day came in December of 1964. A car carrying 11 people careened off a bridge on Christmas Day, much like Roberts and Young had 6 years earlier. What? Girl, I should have kept reading this article. Okay, hold up, y'all. We gonna have to get back in this article, honey. Okay, hold on. Let me find these dudes that got lynched real quick. Um, there's some dirty ass history right here, y'all. Let me tell you. Okay, here we go. Um, so this lady, her name is May Crow. Did Rob Edwards, Ernest Knox, and Oscar Daniel, were they the ones who raped her? Were they the ones who raped this lady? The guys that were lynched for her raping, were they guilty or innocent? Were they guilty or innocent of this crime that they were lynched for? Oh, they was innocent like a motherfucker. Damn. Yup. Sacrifice. They was innocent, y'all. They were fucking innocent. Dang, she yelling. Okay, I hear. Yes. One of our ancestors is pissed. She's extremely pissed off and emotional. Alright, I just read something else that just bothered the shit out of me. I didn't even get this far down into the article, but let's just read this really quick. In 1958, two women named Susie Roberts and Delia Mae Parker Young, dang, that's a long ass name, girl, vanished after leaving a dance in Dawsonville, Georgia. A year later, a man fishing in Lake Lanier found a boat floating in the water. The corpse was wearing a blue dress and had no hands. And it was so decomposed that it could not be identified. Then in 1990, workers repairing a bridge over Lake Lanier found a Ford sedan beneath the water, according to the report from the New York Times following the discovery. The license plate was registered to Susie Roberts, and her bones were found inside the vehicle. Authorities concluded that the women had accidentally driven off the bridge, and the body pulled from the water 30 years earlier must have been that of Delia Mae Parker Young. Oh, what's more, people traveling along the stretch of road where Roberts' car had crashed reported seeing a ghostly apparition of a woman with no hands wearing a blue dress. Shut your mouth. Young then was the Lady of the Lake, and some believe she haunts the reservoir to this day and pulls swimmers to their unaliving. Okay. Lake Lanier's deadliest day came in December 1964. A car carrying 11 people careened off a bridge on Christmas Day, much like Roberts and Young had 6 years earlier. 5 children and 2 adults were unalive. The fact that Oscarville Cemetery only sits beneath the surface of the water, that's why them ancestors' spirits still alive. Oh. Okay, Big Mama, y'all wanted me to... Okay. The fact that Oscarville Cemetery also sits beneath the surface of the water adds some spooky credence to the rumors that Lake Lanier is haunted. And these legends have only grown more popular as Lake Lanier's unaliving toll ride. Okay, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense now. I'm wondering why this energy is so loud and alive and strong. It's like they're right at the surface, like they right there, like right there at the surface of the fucking water, damn near. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Big Mama, please protect me and every single person that is here attending this live, or anybody who may possibly watch this video. Keep us protected. You know, universe, protect us all, okay? Those people that are in those cemeteries, because there clearly was people who were already gone before the whole flooding thing happened. Is there anything they want to say? Big Mama, okay? Security, okay? Is there anything they want to say, Big Mama? Please, only Big Mama talk to me, please. No, Big Mama, do not let everybody in here. I need you and only you, please. Okay. Is there any messages that they have? You take the messages and give them to me, Big Mama. I can't do all this dead energy. That shit is crazy. What they gotta say? Most important messages that they need to say. Anybody that needs to say anything. Carolyn. Patricia. Tamira. Ebony. Who? Tiffany? Okay. Robert. Bill. Will. Okay. Denise. Some of these is y'all ancestors. These ain't y'all names. These the people they naming themselves. Oh, fuck out of here. Okay. Since I said they can't talk, they want to tell me who they is, I guess. Ugh. Some of these might be y'all. Dorothy. These might be y'all ancestors who passed on. Dorothy. Yeah, I heard that. I'm not repeating that name, though. Yeah. I'm not saying nothing else. This getting sad. I don't want to be drained like this. All right, restore my energy. I can't. Take that off. Just give me like 2 more cards. What they gotta say. Ooh, they gave me 3. I can't with these. This deck is too much for me. I can't. This came out in the reverse. Okay, they're no longer even. The only way they really trying to do any type of work when it comes to speaking is by. Okay, they got smoke for motherfuckers. They tired of fucking trying to energetically talk to people and getting messages and all that shit. They like, nah, fuck all that. This is Tree of Life, y'all. That's what they want me to tell y'all. I'm gonna just show y'all this card. Y'all take this however the fuck y'all want to take it. Take this how, because I know how I'm taking it. But I'm not trying to scare nobody. Okay, but y'all see what's going on this card. Y'all see that skeleton next to homeboy. Y'all see this person laying here next to this water. Y'all see what the fuck going on. Y'all know what we talking about. Y'all know we talking about Lake Lanier. Y'all see this shit. No, I'm not trying to scare you, Snappy One, but these cards are scary. That's why when I used them before, I stopped. Because, like, look at this. Like, what kind of reading you supposed to do for somebody with these cards? What other kind of reading can you use this for but Lake fucking Lanier? Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, bro. They want us to know that their spirits are alive and well. And if you go over there fucking around at that lake and you don't know if you one of their enemies, your ass is up Shit's Creek. They don't care if you in a car. They don't care if you in a boat. They don't care if you jump out and swim. They don't give a fuck if you go to a nearby hotel. If they want that ass, they coming for it. Just saying. That's what they want to say. Anybody got any questions? Send a $5 cash app to $Nuworld Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and answer y'all questions. I'm going to get the fuck off here. This shit is creepy. Like, I'm for real. Oh, somebody did send me a cash app. That was you, wasn't Nate? Nate, did you have any questions, baby? You sent me a cash app. Did you want to ask anything, sweetheart? Because, normally when people send me cash apps, I always ask them when I'm doing readings like this if they want to ask anything. And thank you so much for the $25, baby. I really, really, really appreciate it. But if you have any questions, Nate, please go ahead and answer that thing. Ask that thing so I can go ahead and get up off of here because this is a lot. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this video going to be up on YouTube for 24 to 48 hours, and I'm putting this shit over on Patreon. I ain't got time for this bullshit. I already know YouTube ain't with this shit. They not. The bad bloodline versus the good bloodline was very good bloodline is very interesting. Yeah, I did a reading about a year or two ago of the beginning of time. Yeah, the beginning of time, like what, like when the first boy child was birthed and all that stuff, and like what it meant and all of that. And literally, it came out that women, the reason why and I don't want to offend anybody, but y'all can get mad if y'all want. I don't care. But the reason why a lot of women are suffering at the hands of men, like the reason why they dominate us the way that we do, because we were warned when the first man child, when a woman, in the reading, when the woman got pregnant with the boy child, the oracles knew it was something wrong with the boy. They told the girl when she got pregnant with him, they was like, hey, that's a curse, right? That's what she said in the reading. And so I had went and looked up like the XY chromosomes and all that shit, and then it showed that the Y chromosome is basically junk. The only chromosome that really matter is the X. And it showed that it was a bad spirit. And the oracles told them women, the girls who had got pregnant, not to have the baby. And the oracles in the middle of the night tried to sneak and unalive the baby when the baby was born. And the girls got mad and unalived the oracles. And literally, we're being cursed with them dominating over us the way that they're doing. That's why they came up with that story in the Bible of like, oh, Adam was put here and then he was lonely. And then, God created this woman that, need to have a boy child, which is weird as fuck. It's like, yeah, like us being dominated the way we are, the femicide rates, the men going upside their women's head and they the leaders and you beneath them, all that shit is a curse. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It came out of my reading, clear as day. Somebody said they sent money. Okay, hold on, baby, let me look real quick. Whew. Okay, let me see who this is. Thank you for the $10. If they update the shit real quick, be nice. Let me like this. Thank you, Nay. Like I said, Nay, if you have any questions, you said you don't have a question, but the Dorothy came up. I wonder if that's my great grandma because she's from Georgia, but she moved to Pittsburgh when she was young. Probably. I ain't finna get into that shit though. Elise, what's your question, sweetheart? Yeah, it's in that reading. That reading deep as shit. That reading had me all in my fucking feelings. I did a whole bunch of readings about that shit. I had to stop because it was draining me so bad. Elise, where you at, sweetheart? It was Elise that sent me that cash app. I just seen her say I sent a cash app. Where's she at? Wait, let me see who said that. Money sent. That was Elevated. Okay, Elevated Beauty. You remember that? Yeah, it was give me chills type shit. Elevated Beauty, what do you think about Black Americans decided to stay here during all of these deportations? Where we supposed to go? This is where we from. We're indigenous to this land. That's what they not telling you. That's the reason why we can't be deported. We're not from Africa. That's what they want you to believe, because if they tell you that, then you have to run somewhere else and look, for yourself. Yourself is right here. If you go and look at a map of Pangea, which is when the Earth was one huge landmass, if you look at the Americas, it's literally West Africa, or what would have been attached to what would have been West Africa had it still been one piece of land. There's nowhere for us to go. We're already deported. Shit. we stuck here. You don't hear the other countries cussing us out and telling us to leave. Mexico over there trying to kick us the fuck out, even though that's our land too. But whatever. I'm not gonna argue with anybody because you already know what they're gonna say. Okay, niggas was everywhere. We was the first motherfuckers. How could we not be everywhere? Come on now, like, let's be for real. Okay, all this shit is ours. It's all ours. Okay, we had voodoo put on our ass. They took that shit. They said nam yo ho renge kyo. Yes, the earth is the ancestors. Our ancestors created this earth. I believe personally that the earth is made up of a lot of ancestral energy. I was watching this guy. He was doing this He was doing this experiment on certain crystals and stones and stuff. Get off my damn windshield, little nasty looking bug. He was doing this where you take the stones and you like break them down to a chemical or whatever, and then you like liquefy. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but whatever he was doing, it was making him be able to like do a DNA test on the stones to see what they was. And it was showing like certain stones, like the stone that helped with your heart. It was literally like it tested positive for DNA heart particles. It was like a calcified fucking heart that had turned into a stone. I was like, what? And then he was pulling up shit that's like good for your mental health, and it had like brain fragments in it from, you know, calcified a long, long time ago. I was like, what? I was like, what? Really? So yeah, I personally, and then I've seen a lot of pictures. Like I said, y'all, I wasn't around for all of this stuff, but I've seen a lot of pictures of like mountains, but they look like people to me. They look like fucking people to me. Okay, I seen one. It's gigantic. I forgot where it's at. I think it's like in Asia or something. I don't know where the fuck it's at, but it's like it's like an island, and it's this. It looked like a lady, a big ass lady, like a gigantic lady. It looked like she laid the fuck down and went to sleep and didn't wake the fuck up, and she was too big for anybody to bury her or move her, so they just left her ass there. It literally what it looked like, but it's an island. I don't know. I think the whole earth, personally, I think the earth mass is, I think we're living on something that was living before. That's why I think the earth breathes. Like they say the earth take a fucking breath every like 8 minutes or some weird shit like that. Like I believe that earth is alive. I don't think you can plant seeds in something that's dead and it grows. Like I don't believe that. But that's my personal belief, okay? I can't prove this shit. I'm just going by what I see. I'm going by what fucking makes sense to me. Like, it has to be. Like, how a volcano just erupting? From what? Something gotta fucking be alive in there. It gotta be. Gotta be. You gotta be. How you doing? I'm fine. Okay? Nobody knows the true age of Earth just like its original people. Correct. Yes, that is very correct. No one knows. And we won't know. Because they don't want us to know. That's why they take all of the truth and they hide it. And then they lie about shit. Like, oh, all the books were burned. Yeah, except for the ones you're hiding. Okay? Spirit is giving us these facts via you. Don't take everything I say for facts, girl. Listen, go talk to your ancestors. Because the only thing I can tell y'all is me and Big Mama have a lot of conversations about what the fuck is going on. I'm a very curious woman. I've always been. I was a curious child. I've always been that way. I've always asked a lot of questions. I was always taught that if you ask, then you don't know. And if you want to know, you need to ask. And if there's information out there for you, go seek it and read it and use your spirit of discernment. But I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I got issues with some of these books. I got issues with some of this information. I got issues because the people who are my enemy and don't want what's best for me are the ones keeping the fucking record. So it make me question, like, you know, like y'all stories. Like when y'all tell me shit about slavery, I'm sorry. I'm not just going to take that shit for gold. I'm going to scratch and keep scratching and keep scratching and keep scratching and keep scratching until something that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't, that story about the slave trade don't make no fucking sense. Listen, you have to be an idiot to believe that story. If you believe that somebody took a trip that takes months, okay, at a minimum of 2 to 3 months, you mean to tell me y'all got enough water, food, medicine, and everything? Some of these women supposedly was pregnant. Y'all was up here beating on people. These women got to have menstrual cycles. Like, you telling me that you put all of these people, them pictures they show us with all them slaves shackled up underneath that boat, hundreds and hundreds of people. No, impossible. Fucking possible. And those ships were not back then called slave ships. They were called cargo ships. And those few people that were on them were considered cargo. And they had to stop at fucking ports and check themselves and everything on the boat into the wherever they was going. Like, y'all gotta remember, the same way we have tolls that we have to stop and pay, you have to stop at a border. That shit is old. This shit is ancient. This shit been around. You had to stop at the ports. You had to let them see what the fuck was going on. What was you bringing into their land? What do you got? Animals? You got people? What the fuck you got going on? Then when you go to the Library of Congress, they only saying the most amount of people that came on the boat was 16. And it was a very, very large ship. Cargo ship, not slave ship. So and okay, y'all say it with slave ships, okay. Where are the ships? Y'all got everything else in the fucking museum. Y'all didn't save one of these motherfuckers. Y'all didn't save one slave ship. Not one. Where all the wood at? Don't fucking lie to my face and tell me, oh, they used the wood to build houses. Bullshit. Where the wood at? Where the ships? You know, these motherfucking conquering ass conquerors love to save they motherfucking shit. They love to conquer a bitch and take pictures. And they showed that you got pictures of them cutting down them big ass trees and all that shit. They love to destroy shit and take pictures. Where the pictures? All the slave ship pictures that I saw, it was Irish people coming off them bitches. I didn't see no black people. Not as the cargo. Now, I saw the ones with a bunch of non-melanated people, but I'm still waiting to see an actual... Now, I've seen drawings of them showing black people getting off slave ships, but I've never seen an actual photo. I've seen an actual photo of Irish and Italian people, Frenchmen and all that shit coming over, an actual fucking real black and white photo from a fucking camera. I ain't never seen one of black people, ever. 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 I'm 45. I've never seen it. Oh yeah, Polish people too. Y'all was a part of that trade too. I mean, not you. You probably not old enough, but yeah. I ain't never seen it. Somebody can produce it to me. Look, I ain't finna argue with you. If you got a picture, your big mama got a picture she showed you and she got that shit, email me. I would love to see it. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it. I've never seen it. Never, ever, ever seen it. Been looking my whole life. Never seen it. And I'll never forget, Big Mama popped my ass. The only time my Big Mama ever popped me, well, no, she did give me a whooping one time. I got one whooping from Big Mama. I don't never want one of them ever again, okay? I cried for 4 days, okay? Big Mama had them grandma's hands, okay? But she was a sharecropper. Never forget, I went to school. I think I was in maybe second or third grade when they first started talking to us about like the slave trade and black history and all that shit. And I went to Big Mama house for the weekend. Like I always did. And I was like, Grandma, we from Africa. And she said, who told you that? And I said, that's what we learned at school, Big Mama. They said we from Africa. She said, come here. She had this flowery, pretty little dress on and her little apron like she always had on. She sat me down on her lap. She said, listen to me. She said, I am from him. And my mama is from him. And her mama is from him. And her mama is from him. Don't never let me hear you say that again. You ain't from Africa. You from him. And my feet was in the soil of the United States of America. So, what you want me to do? Listen to a book or listen to my Big Mama giving me the history that she know? I'm going to listen to my motherfucking ancestors. You can kiss my ass. you kiss my ass. I'm going to listen to my Big Mama. I'm going to listen to my family members. And then my mama's mama. I asked her one time. And she said the same fucking thing. So if both my grandmas on my mama's side and my daddy's side both telling me I'm from America, then bitch, I'm an American. Like, I don't know what you want me to do? What you want me to do? Fight with my ancestral stories that they told me? I wouldn't have let my grandma die. Big Mama died when she was over 100. They don't know if she was 108 or 98. She didn't get her birth certificate till she was 9. Okay, they don't know how old she was. But Big Mama didn't pass away until I was pregnant with my 23-year-old. Okay? That lady would have lived around a long time. She was born in 19... It was either 1909. It was either 1909 or 1918. And I had that boy in 2002. So how many fucking years is that? How many years is 1918 to 2002? Okay, bitch, my math ain't that good. Hold on, let me look real quick. Hold on. I'm always telling y'all to do some shit for me, and hold on, y'all. I got a calculator. Let me quit bullshitting. I thought somebody gave me the answer. I was happy for a second. Where my calculator at? Organized. There we go. Calculator. 1918. Okay, that would have been 84 or 1909. That would have been 93. So she had to been born in 1909. I forgot what it said on that census. You track your census report back to the 1500s. The farthest I could go back to mine was 1940. Okay. But yeah, this reading was creepy and scary and weird, and I was trying to see if y'all had any other questions, but if y'all don't, oh, that's a big old RV here. Brother, where you get that big ass RV from? But I'm gonna go. This deck right here, I'm telling y'all, this about to be my go-to deck for all the creep. Listen, every creepy video we do from now on, we using this. Okay? That's what we gonna do. We gonna use this. This is gonna be our mysterious and weird happenings deck from now on. This one. This deck right here is meant for something special. This is meant for special type of reading. So remember I was telling y'all to start like either emailing me or leaving comments in the comment section of like creepy weird shit y'all want me to do a reading on. Let me tell y'all what I was thinking about doing a reading on. Hurricane Katrina. I got scared though. I was like, oh, am I gonna get in trouble? And Big Mama started laughing. Okay. Big Mama started laughing. I was like, girl, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I want to do a reading on that so bad because I know it was a setup. I watched this Spike Lee documentary called The Day the Levees Blew. I don't know if y'all ever seen that before, but it's a documentary where he's going around interviewing the people who survived Katrina, and everybody talking about how they heard the explosion before the flood water came. And I'm really curious to know what happened that day. I feel like it was a setup. I also want to do a reading on 9/11 too, but I'm real scared to do that. I'm talking about real scared to do that. I'm talking about real, because y'all know Aaliyah passed away like a week before that, and then 9/11 happened, and everybody forgot all about Aaliyah. I feel like that shit, her unaliving gave me the same type of energy like when Kobe unalived, then the COVID thing happened, and then when Aaliyah passed away, the 9/11 thing happened. It's something weird. It's something don't sit right with me about them two. Them two right there. Them two right there. They give me the most, like out of all the celebrities, you know what? That's about to be my next celebrity read. I'm finna do Left Eye Kobe and Aaliyah. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it on Patreon. I ain't gonna have no choice. I ain't gonna have no choice. Now, somebody had asked me something earlier, and I said, don't let me forget. What was it? What was it that somebody asked me earlier? I said, don't let me forget. Oh, when I'm gonna do the Bible study. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my books out and start looking into the what topic I want, because the Bible is a really interesting book. Okay, if you haven't broke it down in its true original form in the actual Hebrew, Lord, let me tell you something. It don't even say the same thing in English as it does in in the Hebrew. You're reading a totally different book. I would not lie to you. I'm gonna prove it to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. But I think I'm gonna start with maybe like the name of God and creation, maybe. But I need to show y'all. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start off with showing y'all how to break it down first. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show y'all how to break the words down to find the etymology, the birth, the origin of the words first. That's gonna be the first Bible study. That won't even require me to have to really study. But it's stuff that's been removed, it's stuff that's been altered, it's stuff that the translation is jacked up. So I'm gonna have to, we'll get into it. Maybe you should do a subscribers only on YouTube, then put it on Patreon to eliminate trolls and get views. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that snappy one. I'm not good with this stuff, this internet stuff. I'm really not. And YouTube are so greedy. They take 40% of everything we earn. So I really be trying to do everything outside of them. That's why I be telling people to cash at me and stuff like that. I don't, YouTube be like, when y'all send super chats and stuff like that, I be happy. But then I be like, they just took damn near half my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even really getting it. Like, it's so weird. They so weird. That's why I tell anybody when they want to donate to me, I got it in my you know, in my description to just cash at me or send like a PayPal, because they, I be happy when y'all support me, but I just, you know. Shit. Okay, you said, I just wanted to say the rest of this year you have great favor over your life, Queen. Thank you, darling. I'm glad you can see that. Thank you, Big Mama, for showing elevated beauty there. And you too, darling. Okay, justice is coming to all your situations. Thank you. Girl, it's a lot of situations. Okay. All right. But I'm going to go. This dude look like he an older, fine-ass dude. That man got some money on him. He one of them old cute ones. He got his little earring in. I know he got a wife. Driving that big-ass RV. He got a whole head full of gray hair. That is a handsome old man. He remind me of my papa. My papa was fine, girl. Fine, bow leg and shit. But anyways, I'm finna go. This reading was heavy. He said, I don't think you have to lose money to make it subscribers only, but I'll check. Okay, yeah, check for me, Snap. You want to let me know. Bring him to you? No, girl. He got a wife. He got a nice booty, though, and some nice legs. He like he work out. Hold on, let me see. Oh, he don't see me. He a nice-looking older fella. Real nice-looking. He probably got a, oh, you talking about my granddad? No, my granddaddy ain't, no. My grandma passed away. That's my cheating ass granddaddy. You don't want him, girl. That motherfucker would cheat on you in the New York Minute. Oh, look, you looking over here old school. You don't want none of this. Let me tell you something, boy. You done cleaned out your bank account. You do not want none of the queen. I promise you. Shit, you looking, but you do not want none of this, baby. I got that lethal. All right, y'all. I'm finna go. Okay, I'm finna take my ass home. And I'll probably do a love reading later on today. I don't know. I'm going to get me some ice. I'm going to go home and drink me some apple juice. I know y'all probably be like, this bitch always drinking apple juice. Don't judge me, honey. Okay? Worry about what the fuck I be doing. But I feel like my tires need some air. Okay. But I'm going to go in here and get me some ice. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the subscribes. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Everybody who thumbs up the video, thank y'all so freaking much. If y'all want to book a reading, email me at nuworldtarot@gmail. If you would like to send any donations, they are greatly appreciated. $ New World Tarot. Anything you need to know is in the description box, okay? All right, I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.